end of the webinar when we'll be announcing the winner. All right, with that, it's my privilege to introduce Kevin here. So I'm Kevin Davis is the host of the Quick Lube Expert podcast, which focuses on providing insights and tools for Quick Lube business operators. With over 28 years of experience, Davis is dedicated to inspiring and equipping individuals and businesses for growth and success. He has built a reputation as a speaker, leadership coach, and business consultant, emphasizing personal and professional development. In addition to hosting the podcast, Davis is a creator of the Quick Lube Expert platform, a resource hub offering tools like standard operation procedures, policies, and checklists to improve the efficiency and profitability of Quick Lube businesses. His podcast features interviews with industry leaders, discussions on best practices, and strategies to strengthen and grow businesses while helping operators achieve work-life balance. And with that, Kevin, I will hand it over to you, and we are excited to hear about the power of culture today.
All right. Thank you, Gabe. I'm excited to do another webinar. Cinch, appreciate the whole Cinch team. Great partner, partnered up with us to get the Quick Lube Expert podcast back out to our listeners after taking a little bit of a break after merging the Fast Change company and kind of getting caught up with some things. So we're excited to get the Quick Lube Expert podcast back out to you. But as an added bonus, partnering with Cinch, bringing you these quarterly webinars. So Cinch is taking care of the cost of this for you. So once again, this would be a several $100 value if you were to do this on your own. So you get this opportunity now because of Cinch. So thank you to Cinch for hosting the podcast as well as these webinars. Man, I am so excited today. I got some brand new content here that I want to share with you all today. But I wanted you to paint this picture in your mind first. Picture this. You walk into two Quick Lube businesses. At the first one, the lot is clean. The building is well maintained. A smiling team member greets you immediately saying, "Welcome to XYZ Lube. How may we serve you today?" Now imagine the second shop. The lot is messy. The building looks run down. No one acknowledges you when you walk in. You're left standing awkwardly, wondering if anyone ever noticed that you showed up. Both businesses are going to provide the very same services. Both businesses are going to give you the same quality product. But the difference, one made you feel valued, while the other left you questioning their professionalism. So if I were to ask you the question, which one would you trust, the first one or the second one, which one would you trust? Which one would make you feel valued, the first or the second? You can chat that in there. Which one would make you feel? Shop one every time. Absolutely. Shop one every time. Shop one, shop one. Folks, I know that's the answer. That's the power of culture. That's the power of culture. Because even though both businesses do the same service, even though both businesses have the same quality product, it is the people that makes the difference, and it is the culture that makes the people. And once you get the right culture, you have the right people, then you deliver the quality product and services that brings people back time and time again. So today we're going to talk about how you can create the kind of culture that ensures your business is always like the first one. Every customer, every guest, every vehicle, every time. So as we dive into this, what if you had the power to make your business a great place to work, a successful place to do business, no matter your role? Now that's important, no matter your role, because I want to take the role out of it during this presentation because every person matters, everyone on the team, regardless of your title. It doesn't matter what role you play in your business. It doesn't matter if you're the owner. It doesn't matter if you're the CEO. It doesn't matter if you're the greeter or the cashier. Every role in our business makes a difference, and every single role has the opportunity to have an impact on the culture that we have in our business. So let me ask you this question. What role do you play in your business? Let's get that chat going. I'd like to see who's out there. What are you, a manager? Are you a regional manager? Are you a director? Are you an owner? Are you a greeter? Are you a cashier? Let's see what kind of roles we have out there. I want to see who out there we got. Okay, regional, territory, regional. Awesome. We got managers here. Awesome. So as we see this chat going, we see that we got all kinds of roles out there. We got different people in different roles. So whether you're an owner, whether you're a manager, whether you're a technician, whether you're a greeter, or if you're the cashier, let me emphasize this. Every role plays an important part in shaping your business's culture. Every single one of them. Today, we're going to explore how building a strong culture can solve some of the biggest challenges we face. Now, let me tell you, coaching, consulting, hosting the podcast, still working in this industry with oil changers and leadership development and training, I hear some of the most common challenges and the biggest challenges. And here are top three that I hear often is attracting and keeping quality employees, building a profitable business, and creating a sustainable operation. No matter what your role is, you can take action to build a positive culture in your business. Every role matters. Does this sound like something you'd like for your business? Let me see it in there. Yes, if you think this is something you would like for your business. Let me hear from you here. Let's get this chat going. I love it when this thing looks like a Las Vegas slot machine, when it begins to roll 100%. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes. We all want this type of business. Whether we own the business, whether we run the business, or whether we work in the business, we all want a positive culture. Every single one of us want that. So guess what? You're in the right place today. For the next few minutes, I'm going to dive deep into showing you how to have the power of culture to solve these three problems. Before we get started, let me share a little bit about myself so you can get to know me. So many of you have heard me before. Some of you may be the first time that you've heard me, but if you heard me before, you know what's coming next. I'm going to show you all these titles, accolades, and accomplishments. But at the end of the day, what I'm going to tell you is all of this plus $1.06 will get you a large sweet tea at McDonald's in Inez, Kentucky. Oh, let me take that back. It's $1.38 now with inflation. But at the end of the day, all of these things just shows that, hey, I'm getting older. I've been around this industry for a while. I've done several things here. As the farmer's insurance guy says, I know a few things because I've seen a few things. The privilege that I have had hosting the podcast, coaching, consulting, building my own company, now working with one of the industry leaders in leadership development and training, I've got to see a lot of things, and it gives me the opportunity to pass those along and share those with others to help you be the best version of you that you can be. But at the end of the day, I just want to be your friend. So I know many of you know me. We're already friends. Some of you are just getting to know me. Hey, are we still friends or can we be friends? Let me know. Chat friend in there if we're still friends or if we can be friends, because at the end of the day, yes, sir. Thank you, Eric. Also, hey, Jordan, love that emoji. Hey, friends. I love it. Because lifelong friends, awesome. I love it. Because at the end of the day, what friends do, friends help each other. And I'm going to help you today, hopefully by sharing some knowledge and stuff that I've gained, but I'm going to ask you to help me today by participating with us during this chat. As we go through this and I ask you to chat in, I want to see this chat going. I want to see this thing rolling, because I don't want this to be one of those things that you're scrolling on your phone while I'm speaking and you're answering emails and texts. I want you to give me some attention during this few minutes, because you're going to get the most out of this if you put some time into it. And by getting engaged and interactive, we're going to really make some good things happen. And besides that, you all have seen me before, you know me. Hey, I look like I need a friend, don't I? And we all need a friend. So I got another question for you. Anyone on here like some free stuff? Chat in free if you like some free stuff. I don't know about you, but man, I love some free stuff. And when Gabe told me what we were giving away, I got just a little bit jealous. My kids have been carrying those water bottles at college, so they bought those, and they keep saying, Dad, you got to get you one of these bottles. These are the greatest bottles. It'll keep my drink cold all day. It lasts. It does this. I can't believe that Cinch is giving away one of these amazing bottles. And you know what really amazed me? The reason Dad don't have one is because when I saw how much we paid one for the kids, I said, oh my goodness, I'm not paying that much for a water bottle. But Cinch is going to give you one of those today. But not only is Cinch going to give someone the opportunity to win that, we're going to do a drawing at the end of the webinar. So it's important that you stay on this webinar for the whole time. Okay, you want to make sure you're here till the end. You want to get all the content. You want to get all the stuff that we're talking about, but you also want to get an opportunity to win that fancy water bottle. And not only that, since we're friends, not only are we doing a drawing today, oh my goodness, I sound like I'm the My Pillow commercial guy. Not only are we going to give you this, but as an added bonus, I maybe start doing infomercials after this, but as an added bonus, not only are we getting a great prize sponsored by Cinch, I want to offer you another bonus. If you stay until the end and you complete a brief survey that you'll get a QR code for, I'm going to give you a copy of what I call the Culture Blueprint. Basically, it is this presentation summed up into some actionable steps that you can immediately start to take action in your business. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get started. Let me see some ready to go here. You got your pens ready. You got your notepads excited. You are ready. Yes, I am. Ready, ready. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love this chat. One of my favorite things about doing these things is interacting with you all. I love live presentations. COVID brought us to this setting that we had to learn to do this, but now we've got people from Hawaii on here. We got people from the West Coast, East Coast, North, South. We have someone from Trinidad on here that I work with. I'm so excited to see people from all over the country because we have this capability now. It's really good live, but this chat helps us keep it going. All right, Ken's buckled in and we're ready to go. So now we're going to dive in. What is culture? Culture is basically a set of values, beliefs, and behaviors that define how your business operates. So whether you're the owner or the greeter, culture affects you. The good news is, no matter your role, you can take steps to shape the culture around you. Culture is the invisible force behind everything your business does. It shapes how we treat others, how we treat our customers, and how we approach challenges. Culture thrives on three components: a vision for what you want to become, a mission that defines what you do, and values that guide you on how to do it. But now we know not every business has a clearly defined vision, mission, and values shared from the top. We understand that some of you may feel as if leadership hasn't set maybe clear expectations or communicated a company-wide vision. But here's the thing. You don't have to wait for leadership to start creating a positive culture. No matter your role, owner, manager, territory director, regional manager, technician, greeter, cashier, you, capital Y-O-U, you can take action. You can take lead from any position in the company. You can still create a positive culture through your actions. One of the books that I read early on in my career, just getting started, just out of school, working in a place that my supervisors kind of held me back, I read this book, Leading When You're Not in Charge. Leading without a title. Leading when you're not in charge. I want to tell you, you have great impact. You have great influence. You have the opportunity to make a difference regardless of your title. And when you make a difference regardless of your title, all of a sudden you keep doing that and the titles will begin to follow. So here's the truth. Every company has a culture, whether it's intentional or not. And I'll share my story. I was in business probably 10 to 12 years before I got intentional about my culture. Now, I had a profitable business. We had grown to several locations. We had up in the teens. I forget how many we had at that time. We probably had 15, 16 locations at that time. I had what seemed to be a successful business. But some hard times came. Some challenges come that we weren't used to facing. Some financial circumstances arose with a financial crisis, the housing market crashed, all of a sudden gas prices shot up into the mid fours, everything changed. I began to study and learn and look around what was going on within the company, and I had realized that what was happening did not line up with what I intended it to be. Now, it wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible, but it was not what I had intended it to be. You talk about a wake-up call. It was a rude awakening. All of a sudden, I look around and what I had put all my blood, sweat, and tears for had evolved into something different than what I had envisioned it to. So as I begin to study and I begin to learn about being intentional about my culture, as I begin to join mastermind groups, as I begin to read every book that I could read about culture, as I begin to study, and as we think about this, are we still friends? Chat in friends if we're still friends. I want to make sure you're still with me and we're still friends, because I want to see some friends chat up here, because as friends, I want to be totally transparent with you. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you so much. I want to be totally transparent with you. It was hard changing the culture. It was one of the most difficult things I've done in my leadership ability, because that ship had gotten pretty big. And a big ship still has a very small rudder. But when you start turning a big ship, if you start trying to turn it too quickly, you're going to get unstable and you could capsize. And if you capsize, everybody loses. So when you start turning a big ship, it takes time. And you've got to realize that there is no magic wand. There is no quick fix peel. There is nothing that you can do immediately to just make this thing happen all of a sudden. Being totally transparent, it was very, very difficult. And it took 2 to 3 years of hard work. It took 2 to 3 years of overcoming challenges. It took 2 to 3 years of changing what had evolved into a culture to what we became intentional about it. But I want to tell you right now, it was the best 2 to 3 year investment that I have ever made. After that 2 to 3 year investment, all of a sudden, we hear the slogan out there, we had a well-oiled machine. We had something that was running on all cylinders. It was running at full capacity, at full horsepower, because all of a sudden, everybody had the same vision. Everybody got aligned. Everybody was working toward the same goal. I can tell you that the true success in my business came when I got intentional about the culture. That's why I'm so passionate about this topic. That's why I'm so passionate, is because I know what it can do for your business, because I've seen what it's done for mine. I've seen what it's done for the countless number of people that I've coached and consulted with, the people that I've taken through the process of developing a mission statement, a vision statement, identifying those core values. But I can assure you that if you're not actively shaping your culture, it might not be what you want. A strong culture aligns your team. It attracts talent and it drives success. But a weak culture, it leads to turnover, low morale, and missed opportunities. So let me ask you this. Do you have, or would you like, a business's culture that aligns the team, attracts the talent, and drives success? Let me see. Yes. If you would love, or you have the business that has alignment in their team members, it attracts the best talent, it drives success. Oh my goodness, this thing is going every day. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. I love this thing when it starts scrolling so fast I can't keep up with it. Man, this is amazing, because you guys get it. You understand what this is. This is the power of culture. This is the power of culture, and is exactly what we're talking about. One of the biggest challenges of attracting and retaining quality people, that's what we're going to talk about. Do you realize that a strong culture is a magnet to top talent? People want to work in an environment where they feel valued, where they feel supported, where they feel they're part of something bigger. Every role in your business contributes to creating that environment. As owners, provide training and growth opportunities. As managers, we recognize and we reward contributions. As technicians, as greeters, as cashiers, we welcome and we support new team members. Let me ask you this question. What's one way that you've made a new team member feel welcome? And I want you to type your answer in just one word. Just one word. What's one way that you have made a new team member feel welcome? If people want to be part of a team, that they feel valued, that they feel supported, that they feel part of something bigger. Only the owners are not going to do that. Only the managers are not going to do that. Every single one of us have to do this. Respect, appreciation, recognition. We listen to them. Wow, I love this. Hey, I'm going to pull an old one out. Sometimes this happens when I'm speaking. I'm going to pull an old one out for you. And you all have heard me speak. You know what? You're going to know this. Everybody needs air. Everybody needs air. Can somebody tell me in the chat, if you've heard me speak before, you know this, what does AIR stand for? What are the three things? Anybody got it? I'm gonna start giving it out here. I'm just gonna see if anybody remembers what AIR is. There's three words for AIR. There's an A, an I, and an R. This is what everybody needs. Okay, I see one close. I see attitude, inspiration, recognition. AIR, I got it. Okay. All right, I see Kareem nailed it there. Appreciation, inspiration, and recognition. So we just said that people want to work in a positive environment where they feel valued, where they feel supported, and where they feel part of something bigger. And I hope we can all agree that that's not the owner's job. That's not just the manager's job. That's everybody on the team. If it's the payroll clerk, if it's the HR, if it's the accounts receivable, if it's the accounts payable, if it's the maintenance, it does not matter who it is. Every single one of us, if we want to have a strong culture, we have to do our part. And all we have to do is remember, everyone needs air. Everyone needs air. We cannot live without air that we breathe, and you cannot have a positive culture without air. Appreciation, inspiration, and recognition. Write that down. Remember that. It's easy. Everyone needs air. You think about it when you go through the day. You think about it when everything's falling apart and everything seems to be going wrong. Everything seems to be just going in the wrong direction. You give somebody air and all of a sudden your world will begin to change. I see some great stuff in here. This is awesome. I love it. I love this chat. So now, what about a sustainable, culture drives profitability. Now, at the end of the day, I don't think any of us is in the nonprofit business. None of us are running a 501c3 in the oil change business that I know of. I know there's some out there that do this for ministry, but for the most everyone on here today, we're running a for-profit business. That means that we're going to have goods and services that we're offering at a fair price with a good quality, great service in order that we will get a return on that investment. We have to drive profitability. Without profitability, we're not going to have a job. Without profitability, we won't need Cinch, we won't need Kevin Davis, we won't need webinars because we won't have any customers. We have to have profitability to be able to keep the lights on, to pay your bills. We have to have profitability in order to exist. But when your team is engaged, when your team is aligned, they're going to deliver better service. Every single time when your team is engaged, I do a complete training on team member engagement that we dive deep into this, and many of you on here have heard this, but I want to tell you, when your team is engaged and when they are aligned, your customers are going to get some of the best service that they've ever received. Better service creates loyal customers. Loyal customers creates trust. Trust creates sales. Sales creates profit. Culture isn't just about the morale. It's about the financial health of your business. We have to have a financially stable business. I don't want to worry if I'm going to have a job tomorrow. I don't want to have to worry if we're going to have enough to keep the doors open. I want to make sure that we're running a well-oiled machine that's hitting on all cylinders, that's running at full capacity, that we're running a profitable business that we know is going to be sustainable, that we're getting ready to get into, but it's only going to be sustainable if you have profit. So once again, culture is not just about the morale, it's about the financial health of your business. Now, let's go back to our roles here. As owners, what do we do to create profitability? We invest in employee development. Employees are not an expense. They're an asset. They're an investment. As owners, we invest in their development. As managers, As managers out there, whether you're a territory director, whether you're a regional manager, whether you're a store manager, whether you're assistant managers, what do you do to create a culture that drives profitability? Why don't you create an efficient, supportive work environment? Now, as technicians, as greeters, as cashiers, what can we do to create a culture that drives profitability? What do? We deliver exceptional customer service. When everybody on the team, regardless of your role, when we create a culture that drives profitability, we have engaged employees, which get better service. We have loyal customers, which lead to increased profits. And we have a strong culture that creates financial success. Exactly. I love it here. Ed says 100% investments in employees ensure success every single time. So let me ask you, let's make sure we're still friends. You're still here. Do you believe that a strong culture can increase the profitability of your business? Let me hear yes if you believe that. Yes. If you believe that having a strong culture, yes, it's exactly right, Amani. Absolutely, Erica. I love this. 100% Terrence. Yes, Todd. Yes, Mark. 100% Jason. Yes, yes, yes. I love this because you all get it. This is the power of culture. This is the power. You know what? This is not a secret. This is not something that's hidden. This is really kind of simple. And sometimes we can't see sometimes the forest before the trees because the trees get in our way. This is simple, folks. This is getting back to the basics. When we have the right culture, we're going to have the right people. We're going to have the right profitability. But here's something else that's going to happen. When all of a sudden, when we get the right culture, we're going to build a sustainable business. Now, let me talk about sustainability here just for a few moments. A sustainable business is one that doesn't depend on just you being there every day. A strong culture ensures that your team knows what's expected, and your team, regardless of their role, takes ownership of their roles, keeping the business running smoothly. A sustainable business does not just depend on you being there every day. So you want to do your very best every single day. You want to do your job at 100% without error every single day. But also, you don't want to walk around and withhold. You want to train other people. You want to pour your knowledge into them. If we take all this knowledge in and we don't let it flow through us, we become like the Dead Sea. Nothing lives in the Dead Sea. Nothing lives in the Dead Sea. It has input, but it doesn't have any output. So what you want to do is you want to let what knowledge and experience and all this stuff that pours into you in the right culture. It's a culture of developing other people. It's a culture of valuing other people. It's a culture of teaching and making other people be the best version of themselves as well. It's becoming a person that cares, a person that builds winning relationships, and a person that helps other people achieve their goals and their dreams. So how do we do this? As owners, we need to delegate and trust our team. We need to not hold on to everything and hold people back and not let them learn. We need to give them some experiences and opportunities to grow. We want to delegate and we want to trust. That starts building a sustainable business. Managers, leaders out there, employ your team members through training. One of the things if you've heard me speak, you've heard me say this. One of the worst things that managers, assistant managers, and sometimes lead techs do is they get afraid to train somebody what they know. All of a sudden, they start thinking, if I teach them I know, I'm not as valuable. I want it to not be as good when I leave because that makes they have to have me. That is a myth. That is a lie. All that does is keeps you from growing. All that does is hold you back. All that happens is keeps you from being the best version of you that you can be. I can tell you from over 30 years of doing this, some of the best people and the people that got opportunity to get promoted were the people who passed their knowledge and ability through them unto other people. It was the people that on their day off that the store done as good or better without them when they weren't there. Now you may say, oh my goodness, if it's good as better without them there, maybe they weren't that good. To me, if I saw a store that excelled on a manager's day off, if I saw a store that was hitting record sales and record service and getting record reviews on the manager's day off, Not one time did I think the manager was the problem. I said, oh my goodness, we've got a manager that gets it. We've got a manager that is empowering their team members through training. We've got a manager that gets how to develop other people. That is a strong manager. That's what you want to be. As managers, that's what you do. Technicians, greeters, cashiers, take pride in your role. Take pride in your role. Be proud of your position. If you're going to be the cashier, be the best cashier that you can be. If you're going to be the greeter, you have the biggest smile, you have the warmest welcome, you be the friendliest that you can be. If you're the technician, you be the best technician that you can be. Take pride in your role and lead by example. I remember several years ago, my son had an intern job in high school, and he was doing a job at the bank, and they had him shredding papers. And as he was shredding those papers, he come home one day and he was kind of down, and he was saying, man, this is boring. This is boring. I've shredded papers all day long. And I'm sitting here thinking, hey, bud, they pay you the same whether you're shredding papers or doing whatever. I know, but this is boring. I could be doing something better. I said, let me give you some advice, son. And most of the time, he was probably 17 at that age, and he was the smartest fellow that he knew. He knew everything about everything. Some of you all that got kids that age, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If we're still friends, you know it. You know exactly what I'm telling you is the truth. He knew everything about everything. But I told him, I said, son, is there a manual to that shredder? Yes. While you're shredding papers, read that manual. Learn everything you can about that shredder. Why would I do that, Dad? That's boring. I said, learn everything you can about that shredder. I said, you be the best paper shredder that there ever was. Dad, that's crazy. Son, be the best paper shredder that ever was. He started reading. They had them pulling staples out. They had those interns pulling staples out before they shred. He read. That shredder was capable of shredding staples. When he went to his supervisor and he said, hey, we don't really have to pull these staples. Are you serious? Oh, absolutely. I've read it in the manual. It's perfectly good. Wow. All of a sudden, he saved the company time. He got the shredding done quicker, but it doesn't stop there. One day, shredding come to a halt. Everything was stopped. The interns didn't have anything to do that was assigned with that. They had run out of shredding oil, the shredder oil. They couldn't continue. My son popped up again. He told his supervisor. He said, oh, that's not a problem. He said, I read in the manual that you can use cooking oil and it does the same thing. So if we got some cooking oil here, or we could go get some cooking oil, we can continue to shred. Do you realize that they got some cooking oil, they continue to shred? Fast forward 1 year later. Can I tell you who the head intern was? Can I tell you who the head intern was? And I'm a proud dad when I tell you this. My son became the head intern. Why? Because he became the best paper shredder that there was. I want to tell you, take pride in your role. You lead by example. That's the culture that we want, because all of a sudden, when you take pride in what you do, whether you're the owner, whether you're the manager, whether you're the territory director, whether you're the regional manager, whether you're the CEO, the COO, the CFO, whatever title you have, take pride in what you do and lead by example. Give 110% for everything. That's exactly right, Todd. Take pride in your work no matter what you do. Absolutely right, Ed. This is good stuff. So would you like for the business or your position to thrive without you being there daily? Say yes. Let me know if you believe in that. Because if you want to have a great culture, that's what you got to believe. If you don't believe that, you're never going to have the right culture. Yes, 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 yes. Let me tell you what happens on your day off. It doesn't matter what your role is. If you're the manager, if you're the manager and you dread taking the day off because when you come back, you're going to be backed up with things because somebody didn't do it right, you're going to be fixing everything that was done wrong. You're not going to be enjoyable. If you're the technician, if you're the lower bay technician, and you know on your day off that when you come back tomorrow that the tools are going to be out of order, the filters aren't going to be drained and properly, everything's not going to be stocked properly, all of a sudden you're not going to be happy when you come to work, are you? So you want the business to thrive whether you're there or not there, because what it does, when you come back, it makes your life better. It teaches them to be great. It develops them, it prepares them, and it makes your life better. Everybody's still with me. Is this good stuff? Let me know if this is good stuff. Chat in there good if you're believing in this power of culture. If you're getting some stuff that's going to make you a better leader, make you great stuff, good stuff, great, 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 love it, great. Oh, man, I love this stuff. Man, I'm about ready to jump up and run around my desk 2 or 3 times. You all got me so fired up and excited. So if I step away for a minute, I'm just going to run for a little bit, okay? We're going to dive into this now. I want you to understand, you have to lead from any role. Culture isn't just created by owners or managers. Now, I want you to get this. I've had so many people that I've worked with that when I go to work with their teams will say, well, my owner doesn't do this, or my owner doesn't do that, or my company doesn't do that. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, you got the plum disease. You got the plum disease. And you all have heard me speak before. You know what the plum disease is. You may have to hear me speak again for me to explain that unless somebody puts it in the chat. You might get it in the chat if somebody remembers. But I don't want to hear, oh yeah, Kareem, man, you nailing it. Man, you actually listen to me when I speak. Oh, Ed, you actually listen. So some of you actually listen to me. That's exactly right. You all know what the plum disease is. Poor little old me. I want to tell you, there is no poor little old me in a great culture. A great culture starts with every individual, every single person on the team by modeling positive behaviors, by treating team members with respect, by delivering great guest service. I want to tell you what happens, man. Good is the enemy to great. Jim Collins come up with that. I didn't come up with it, but I use that all the time because I'm telling you what, I don't want to be good. I want to be great because good's the enemy to great. You'll never be great if you're satisfied with being good. Let me ask you, do you want to be great out there or are you okay with being good? Let me see what you got out there. Let me see if you want to be great. If you want to be great, you got to be better than good. You got to be gooder than good. Great. That means you're going to have a model of positive behavior. You're going to treat your teammates, your coworkers, your supervisors, your customers with respect. You're going to deliver a customer service that's going to go beyond that. Wow, I mean, High's got me a big thing in here. Know the challenge of keeping your team motivated, engaged, helping leaders like you transform the workplace culture and employer. Man, boosting performance. High, you nailed it, man. That is good stuff. You become the change you want to see. Don't tell me it can't happen because my supervisor. Don't tell me it can't happen because my owner. Don't tell me it can't happen because my company. Don't tell me all that stuff because if we're friends and friends tell each other the truth, I'm going to tell you to get off your pity party and be the change that you want to see in others. You live it. You live it and you project it and you end up attracting what you put out. It's an echo. Let me ask you this. Have you ever taken the lead, regardless of your role? Can you tell me if you've ever taken the lead in building a positive environment? Just chat in there if you have. Yes. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely. I believe everybody on here has taken the lead in building a positive environment. Now, if I were to ask you, was it easy? You'd probably tell me it's not always easy. It's not always easy to help people who don't help you. It's not always easy to be good to people who maybe not being good to you in return. But every single one of us, and that's right, Ed said, yeah, but it's worth it. Terrence says every day. It's hard. It's very difficult. But I want to tell you, I want to encourage you, if you get nothing else from this webinar today, if you get nothing else but you walk away with a free culture blueprint and somebody wins this water bottle, not only on that, but I want you to walk away with this. I want you to make the commitment right now that I'm going to take lead in building a positive environment. Can I get that commitment from you today? Say, I'm going to take lead. Let me see take lead in that chat. I'm going to take lead in building a positive environment. When that negative stuff starts coming my way, I'm going to cut it off. When they start telling me something bad, I'm going to hit them back with something good. When they start telling me why we can't, I'm going to tell them why we can. If they tell me that it's never been done before, I'm going to say we're going to do it. If they say we've tried it this way before, and I'm going to say we're going to be the first that makes it happen, because I'm going to take lead in building a positive culture that is going to change this business into something that is going to be profitable, something that's going to be sustainable, something that is going to attract the right team members, something that I can be proud of being a part of. Are you with me on this? Take lead. Let me see it. I see this thing going. I want you to take lead, because every single person on this webinar today has the power and ability to take lead. Every single one of you can be the change that you want to see. Man, I'm excited about this stuff. Can you tell I'm pumped up? I love this stuff because I see the impact that happens. I've seen what the results are. I can't wait to hear from some of you when you start. And most of you know this. But what we're doing today, I'm kind of in a pep rally right now, right? I'm reminding you of stuff that you already know or stuff you've already heard. I'm just giving you a refresher course. I'm getting you pumped up, fired up, and excited. Sometimes I tell people when I get done talking, I said, you better give them some water guns. They say, what? I said, because they're going to charge hell wide open thinking they can put it out, because they are so excited and ready to take lead. So I'm telling you, I'm ready to charge. I'm ready to take on the challenge. I'm willing to make a change, and I'm willing to charge this thing and take lead and lead a positive culture by example. No more Diet Cokes. Exactly right. Hey, I'm actually on unsweet tea today. Still got my caffeine though. All right, we still friends. Let me see if we're still friends. Let me see some friends that none more sweet tea. Yes. All right, we still friends. Good stuff. All right. Hey, we're wrapping this thing up. We're getting close to the end. And I know you've been hanging around so you can get a chance to win that water bottle. You're probably hanging around because you're going to do this survey and you're going to get this all summed up for you and all this stuff. But I hope you've got some good stuff out of this, because what I want to tell you, culture starts with you. You need to model positive behaviors. And I want you to build the culture from the inside out. I want to tell you that's real important. If you remember that, build the culture from the inside out. Build the culture from deep inside of you. Become the person that you want to be. And when you think about the person you want to be, why don't you just go ahead and see, what would the person of I want to be doing? What would the person I want to be say? What would the person I want to be do? And then start doing those things. Build the culture from the inside out. So as we wrap this thing up, culture is the foundation of success. Culture solves the major challenges that we've discussed: attracting talent, driving profitability, and ensuring sustainability. And the best part, you can start shaping it today, no matter your role. No matter your role. I want to encourage you today to take one actionable step today to build or strengthen your culture. Are you in? Are you in? Are you ready to start or continue shaping the culture that attracts talent, that drives profitability, that ensures sustainability? I'm in. Let's see it. I'm in, ready. I'm in. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Now I want to tell you what I often tell people. I love this chat. I love that I'm in. But one thing I've seen over my years of doing this is there's a whole lot of talkers, but not a whole lot of doers. There's a whole lot of people that tell me a lot of time that they're in. So I'm going to challenge you right now. What's one thing you will do today to strengthen your company's culture? One word. What's one thing today you're going to do? One thing you'll start doing today. As soon as this webinar is open, what's one thing you're going to do today to start strengthening your company's culture? Let me see the chat. One word. One thing today you're going to do. Positivity. Come on, you're slow bringing them at me. I don't want a bunch of talkers here. I want some doers. Foundation, appreciation, action. Oh yes, acknowledgement. I'm going to put my cape on. That's exactly right. Identify and acknowledge a job well done. Attitude. Oh my goodness, you got this, man. I almost feel like I need to turn this host over to one of you all and let you start teaching this stuff. Let me run around for a while. Inspire. That's exactly right. I love this. I'll tell you what, have you all had a good day today? Has this been a good webinar? Has this been worth your time today? Let me know if you've enjoyed today. Yes, all right. Yeah, great time, great time. Awesome, awesome. I hope you found some very valuable stuff. 100%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, this thing going so fast, I can't even read it. Okay, I'm going to turn this thing back over to Cinch here in just a second. Gabe, you can get ready to come on, but I'm going to turn this. But now, are we still friends? Let me see here, man. I want to see if we're still friends. I got to see it. I need some love right now. I need to feel like it. I've poured out, man. I've been giving you all everything I got today. I'm giving this thing 125% because I know your time's valuable. Yes, yeah, you're family now, sir. That's exactly right. Yeah, friends. Yes, until the end. Love it. Okay, here you go. Since we're friends. At the beginning, I told you that you get a bonus for staying to the end. As a friend, I want to ask you to give me feedback on today's webinar. Now, friends give honest feedback. If it wasn't great, you can tell me the truth. It doesn't matter. I need to know because Cinch is paying for this. I want to make sure Cinch is getting value for their dollar. I want to make sure I'm giving them the best. I want to make sure that when we do another webinar, that you're going to be so excited to get on it because you know you're going to get valuable. So this is how I find out what I need to do better. It's very simple. Scan that QR code. It's going to give you some little faces. You choose those. You put in a little information. At the end of that, you're going to get your PDF immediately. As soon as you complete that, it won't take you a minute or so to complete it. And then you're going to get a PDF of the customer loyalty blueprint. That's the bonus I promised you at the beginning. This blueprint summarizes the notes from today's webinar into actionable items. It's only going to take you a few minutes. We're friends. Do this for me. Let us know. Cinch will see these surveys, and it's going to let them know if they're going to keep doing these or not. They're only going to continue to make this investment in me doing these if you're getting value from it. So make sure you do that. Gabe, Amy, whoever's out there, are you all ready to give away one? I want to say that word, but I'm going to say that word wrong. So, Gabe, you can get on there and tell them. But I just know it's a fancy water bottle that costs a lot of money that I can't believe my kids paid that much for. But are you all ready to get a free gift? Are you ready for the drawing? Let me see if you're ready for this drawing. I'm going to get Gabe back on here. I want to know if you're all still with me and you ready to see who's going to win this. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Somebody's wanting this water. Yes, that's exactly right. All right. All right. I know you are. Of course you are. All right, Gabe, Amy, whoever's going to jump on here.
All right,
Tell them a little bit about Cinch.
Yeah, we're ready. Hey, appreciate Kevin. This has been great. I certainly learned some things. I'm going to try to keep away from that. What was that bad disease called?
Plum.
Plum. All right, I got to find some. Maybe there's some like Kevin's little liver pills that keep you safe from plum or something. Appreciate that. This has been fantastic. We do have a winner, Ken Frenchak.
Oh, hey, congratulations, Ken.
Ken, make sure we'll be in contact with you. I think we probably got your email somewhere, so we'll be looking for that. We've got the Awala, it's pronounced Awala water bottle,
Thank you,
and you'll be able to choose Ken color. So, be looking for that. And then everyone that was on the call today, you will be receiving a follow-up email. I think we're gonna probably make this recording or these slides or something available for you. So be looking for that. And then just a quick plug: anyone that is a friend of Kevin's is a friend of Cinch's. And so if you don't already know us, reach out because just by being associated with Kevin, we want to help you, and there's certainly some things that we can do as kind of a discount or an extra feature here or there because you know Kevin. So reach out to us. Keep listening to the podcast that we love supporting and sponsoring Kevin's podcast, the Oil Change Expert. And I think that's it. Is there anything else that we've got, Kevin?
No, I mean, that's it. I just thank everyone. Thank you, Gabe and Amy, for all the hard work you put in behind the scenes to get this all set up and going. And I love partnering with you guys. And like I said, if you've not tried Cinch out, get on, do that demo with them. Let them tell you. I mean, everybody that I know that's using Cinch is getting great results from that. So I want to encourage you to at least do the demo. That doesn't cost you anything. You'll jump on with one of their experts. They'll look at what you've got and see how they can help you. So make sure you take advantage of that opportunity. And like I said, there's some benefits and stuff from, just make sure you let them know you're associated with Quick Lube Expert. You listen to the podcast, you know me, they're going to make sure that you get the best offer that they've got going out there now for the Quick Lube Expert listeners.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thanks everyone, and we'll be getting in contact with our winner, and then yeah, be looking for our next webinar here in a couple more months. Thank you all. Thanks, Kevin, again.
All right. Thank you all.
See ya.